In 1996, I was an investigative reporter at the Austin American-Statesman, and with a background in international crime coverage and an interest in politics and racial justice. I certainly did not read People magazine, and I certainly didn't, I had just had a baby, so I didn't watch TV or really go to the movies at all. But word went out at the newspaper that our sister paper, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, was looking for help with the Olympics that summer. This sounded like a lot of fun to me. So I exaggerated my background as a high school volleyball player and my nascent interest in football, soccer as we call it here, and ignored the fact that I had exactly one sports byline to my name and wrote this application for the job. I did truthfully say that I spoke Spanish, and I was chosen. So a few months later, I was walking into the newsroom of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution thinking about how soon I was going to be at the big press conference or the soccer field or maybe even gymnastics. But no. They said, go to that corner where they write the gossip column. So the next morning I had my marching orders. I was supposed to call the high-end hotels and restaurants and get tips about celebrities. So the first tip I got, I hung up the phone and said to the editor, is David Hasselhoff famous? And he said, yes. Baywatch. You've heard of Baywatch, haven't you? And I said, oh, of course. Baywatch, I've seen it. So I had to redeem myself after that, and I learned to look people's names up on the, it wasn't really the internet, but it was, we were able to search names on the newspaper archives. So, and I got sent to the House of Blues, where I interviewed people who said they were famous, Dan Aykroyd or Aykroyd, I don't know, John Goodman. And then I went to the Hard Rock Cafe where I interviewed Bruce Willis. And when I was finished with that, I had to go to the bathroom, and there was Demi Moore. Turns out Demi Moore pees. I did know that they were famous. So right in the middle of the week, I was sleeping in my dormitory at Emory University, and the phone rang, and it was my husband. He was horrified because a bomb had exploded at the Olympic Park. And those were the days when right-wing terror and fear-mongering came from the mountains of Western North Carolina, not an eponymous not a guy with eponymous towers all over the country and a comb over and orange skin. So the week went on. I worked hard. On one of my last nights there, I was pounding the pavement in downtown Atlanta, buttonholing doormen for tips. And one of them whispered to me, O.J. Simpson just checked in. I knew that he was important. So later that night, my editor thanked me because the next day, the New York Times was going to break the story that O.J. Simpson had arrived at the Olympics. And thanks to my hard work, we weren't scooped on that. So I came back to Austin, still oblivious about celebrities, but with a newfound faith in my own powers, that if worse came to worse, I could do just about anything, even, heaven forbid, celebrity journalism. Thank you.